Welcome back to the Sly Guy TV. You're watching the Sly Guy, Kaboom, kaboom, desert terrain. Kaboom, oh yeah, kaboomy. Here we go, oh yeah. Let's go. Desert time, it's desert time, yeah. Right to the desert. We're going right down back to the wasteland. You've got Arya Stark against Radon in the desert while we're gone. Then you know it's coming down. You know what's going down, yeah. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got our first treasure battle here. So, as promised, I was going to teach you guys how to play Mage Knight Commander. These boards were the last piece of a puzzle. This is what we needed for Mage Knight Commander. Because now we have a way for people to play Mage Knight Commander with a very aesthetic looking board which doesn't take up too much space. Okay, so let's go ahead and review the old way to play Mage Knight against this newer way of playing, just so that guys don't get confused. So, in the newer version of Mage Knight, okay, you've got 3 objectives in order to win. So, the first way to win is known as a commander victory. So, just to give you an idea of what a commander is, what a basic unit is, a commander unit is the leader of a group. If the commander dies, then you lose the game. Each commander comes with 10 clicks of life, or in this case, 10 life, to make it simpler for people who have never played Mage Knight before. That is your commander. You kill the commander, your enemy commander, you win the game. Another way to win the game is through a treasure victory. If you'll notice, there are 3 treasure chests in the middle of this map. Whenever you go to a treasure chest, you have to roll to see if that chest has treasure or if it has a trap in it. The moment that you roll a skull, that's a trap, your character dies. Now, if, let's just say you roll a 2 for treasure, and then the next die that you roll is a 3. That means that this is a trap, and you take 2 points of damage. Now, if you roll the exact same amount, okay, that means that you got a bit too greedy. It's going to be a raid. An enemy unit is going to enter the battlefield and attack you both. So, this is trap and treasure. Now, if you gain, let's just say, she got treasure, she rolled a 6 and a 3. You get this treasure. If the first die roll is higher, you gain the amount of treasure. So you get the chest and you get 6 gold. The first player to get to 10 gold wins the game. So that's the second way of winning the game. Now, the third way of winning the game is what is known as a ring bearer victory. At the beginning of each game, you can assign any of your units to become a ring bearer. Now, once they are assigned as a ring bearer, okay, their objective is to get your ring bearer from one end of the map to the other without getting killed. Now, this is very important. If you choose your ring bearer, okay, if you choose to have a ring bearer, and for example, your ring bearer gets killed by an enemy unit, you lose the game. So those are the 3 ways of winning the game. Next, the phases or a turn is divided into the following phases. First phase is your movement phase. So first, you determine who goes first. This is determined by rolling a dice. He rolls, you roll, that's a 1, that's a 6, you go first. Once each turn, you can only move 1 unit per turn. And these units can only move 1 square. If you notice the grid here, this board, okay, it looks like it's just terrain, but if you'll notice, there are blocks here, there are tiny squares. They're very faint, but you can see them. They're just like grids. It's just like grids from a chessboard. So what you have to do in order to complete a movement phase is to move your unit 1 square forward. Then your opponent goes next. They move their unit 1 square forward. You then move your unit 1 square forward. Then they move. So this is basic combat. Now these are infantry units. There are other units that can attack from afar, other units that fly, other units which have horses with them, so they have better range, better attack. But we're gonna focus on the most basic combat first, which is infantry combat. Okay? Now, they move forward, they move forward. Now it's time to battle. Now, in terms of combat, before, in the old rules, you had to get your unit's attack. In this case, I think he has an attack of 10. Yeah, it's an attack of 10. You had to get the opposing unit's defense. Where's her defense? Yeah, it's somewhere here. I think it's also a 10. Nah, man, this unit's getting dusty. It's a 16, right? Under the old rules, in order to hit this unit, you had to roll 2d6. You had to add the result of your roll to your attack, and if it is greater than that unit's defense, they take a click of damage. Now, we made the rules much simpler. If it's a regular attack and it's your turn attacking, they automatically connect, and this unit takes a click of damage, bringing her life down to 5 clicks. Okay? Normally, to track the clicks of damage, we're gonna have to move this, but these are very old toys. The dials are very hard, and I do not want to damage the figurines, so we are going to track them using dice, which explains why we're using dice. Right there. So that's 1 attack. Then she counterattacks again, bringing his life down to 5. So that's the basic attack. Now, another attack we're going to teach you is known as the chain attack. Let's just say, for example, this unit is placed right here. You have 1 unit battling already. They're already locked in combat. If I move one of my units forward and I attack him, I can do something called a chain attack. A chain attack is when 2 allied units are next to each other. They can do a joint attack towards 1 unit. Now, since there are 2 of them, they now do 2 damage to the opponent, bringing him down to 3. This guy, when he counterattacks, can only do 1 damage. Now, what if I had 3 units? Right here, we can do a triple chain attack, bringing his life down to 2. So that is known as a chain attack, like so. So those are the basics of the actual game. Okay, so chain attack, wind attack. Now, let's move over to the commander attack, because commanders also have to battle. Now, commanders have a very special way of attacking. Let's just say that's a basic unit. Instead of just doing a click of damage, when a commander attacks, you roll a 6-sided die. You get a skull, they kill the unit right away. You roll 2, he deals 2 damage to the unit. Now, each unit has a maximum of 6 life or 6 clicks before they die. There are ways to heal the damage, but right here, for the basics of this, for the very basics, we're not going to cover that yet. It's just going to be basic combat. Now, commanders. Commanders have 10 clicks of life instead of the regular 6. Now, commanders can battle in 2 ways. They can just duke it out, they can do the d6 roll, or they can get into a duel. Now, when a commander duels another unit, this is where the rules come in. You compare their attacks. Where's the attack? Ah, shoot. And the camera's blurry. Oh well, anyway. Yeah, there's an attack value down there somewhere. So you compare their attacks. In this case, this one has an attack of 8, this one has an attack of 10. When 2 commanders duel and they battle, now once they get into a heated battle and duel, the commander with the lower attack loses and then automatically takes the point of damage. So dueling is something that commanders can do. Dueling can only happen once per game per commander and should only be used in very, very tight situations. Because basically, an enemy commander can just decline the duel and just go for the usual slugfest. Okay, but duels actually make for interesting combat. Alright, so that's it. Those are the basics for infantry combat. Next tomorrow, we're going to cover ranged combat for you guys. And I hope you guys have a better understanding of the rules and how to play now. We're going to cover even more rules tomorrow. Sly Guy TV with the Sly Guy signing off right